back. We back with another one. We back with another one. I'm telling you right now, man. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, let me run it back. I need everybody in here first. Let me run it back. We back with another one, man. We back with another one. When I see some of y'all already know, man. Sad news for the Colorado Bucks, man. Dominique Ponder done passed away. Supposedly, what I heard, what I read, ain't really nothing official came out that he got in a single car accident. Don't know any too much other more details about it. But that what happened, man. I seen a post somebody had reposted that he put on his Instagram talking about life too short. He trying to make it before the final whistle or they blow the whistle or something. But stuff like that, I don't like stuff like that because I believe I ain't saying you speaking stuff into existence, but I like speaking more positive. You know, I like speaking more positive. So, but you know what I'm saying? This sad day with Colorado, and they start spring practice tomorrow to get ready for the upcoming season. So it's gonna be, I don't know if they're gonna practice or not. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't think so. Cause Coach Prime, you know, he a family guy, and one of they family done passed, it done gone on. So I don't expect them to practice. More than likely they might have. I done been through this situation too. Well, I was coaching track. One of the students, he committed suicide, and it was crazy. But they'll bring in counselors and grief experts and people like that. You know, to talk to the players if they need somebody to talk to, or you know, they'll help them through the situation, the grieving process. Because you know these boys been with him a whole year. You know, he was on the team last year, and they done got to know him, and he was working hard. in the weight room and all that. And a couple clips had already came out with him in the weight room and how Swayze liked him, you know, his strength and all that I had seen. And you know, it's gonna be tough. And I ain't gonna lie to you, they might not even practice Tuesday because, you know, a lot of these players probably still be grieving. Cause grief ain't something that gonna you know, it ain't gonna go away quick. You know what I'm saying? You got to work through it. And you got to get people time to mourn they loved one, his family. You know, they going through a lot right now. And his teammates too, that especially one that was best friends with him or, you know, hanging out with him the most. Because, you know, you gravitate towards certain teammates more than you do others, but y'all still teammates. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you don't like your teammate or nothing like that. You just gravitate and hang out with them more. Cause you know, I don't play college football. I know how it is, you know. But you can't change it, man. It was just his time, man. That's something you just gotta. This what's gonna happen. Everybody gotta go. Everybody gotta go. Don't nobody know when they time. Like my dad used to say, on your best day. He used to say this in the pool a bit. On your best day, you sick enough to die. So you don't know when your time coming, but that's why it's very important to have everything that for your family. If you got kids or a significant other or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got none of that and just have stuff in place for your family when you gone. And I'm going to speak on something I ain't never told y'all, but I do have my life insurance license. I do have it. And there's one thing as a Black community, a lot of us don't have. So, and I ain't gonna say the other skin folk, I ain't gonna say they ain't got it, but some of them probably don't got it. And a lot of people probably don't know what it is. And a lot of people probably don't know how it works. And then a lot of people don't even know that you got different options. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta break the bank to get life insurance. And a lot of people don't know the real definition, and certain companies that offer it, you probably shy away from because you don't understand the company. Now, with that being said, they can probably do a better job of explaining it to you. But if you interested, then you should do your own research and look it up. Now, if y'all want me to talk about it, put a W12 in the chat if you want me to talk about life insurance. I do it on the Brown Time Ops channel, my Brown Time Opulence finance channel. I do it over there and tell y'all and break it down. If y'all want some more information, or I dare say you want to sign up, I'm gonna be honest, I ain't really was too fond of it, but I do got the license, and I can hook y'all up with somebody. They can probably hook you up with somebody, because I'm only licensed in Georgia. So you got to be licensed in each state. So if you live in a different state, I can help you find somebody that can talk to you about it after I talk to you about it. If you thinking about getting some or want to hear about it, you know, I can hook that up. But I see. But I will do it on my Brown Time Opulence channel, not this channel. But stuff like that, man, you just gotta have your stuff ready. We're too young, you know. He was real young. And like I said, high school, I used to teach at high school. One of my track players, he committed suicide. Another kid that last year I was at the school, they was out there in the woods playing with a gun, and the gun went off, and boy was gone. And I actually I ain't really speak to him, but I had told him why he wasn't in class, you know, like I was just in the hall monitoring like I supposed to do when they change the class or whatever. And bro was trying to go to the bathroom, and he been skipping class basically. And I said, why you ain't in class? Why you, every time I come out here, you in the bathroom? And that was like a week before all that situation had happened, man. But like I said, you don't never know. You don't never know what people going through. You don't never know when people gonna get up out of here, man. So live your life to the best, and I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. Then I'm gonna get into what y'all came here for and talk about the Cleveland Browns and this situation that done got worse. Now, if you planning on doing something and you waiting on somebody, I tell you right now, don't wait on them. If they not serious and they not in the right mind, headspace, or the mindset, don't wait on them. If you ready to go, go. If it's a trip, if it is moving on buying something or investing in something or whatever it is, and you sitting here waiting on somebody, don't wait. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, like my mom's like, that my grandma was like, wait is what broke the wagon. Weight is what broke the wagon, and it ain't about the weight like heavy. Gonna tell you, you gonna miss opportunities and chances that you could have and take advantage of because you trying to wait on somebody else. But the thing is, you don't realize that the wait is not for waiting on them. You might miss the opportunity waiting on somebody that ain't even supposed to go with you. Because if they ain't understand it then, and you done explain it to them, how you think they're gonna understand it when the opportunity comes? You gonna be waiting on them and miss your opportunity and miss your blessing. So look, if you planning on doing something or you want to do something, and that person you waiting on ain't ready, go do it. Go do it. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go on another vacation, and it's gonna be a place that my cousin been living for 30 years and ain't nobody never been up there, and I'm going up there. And he told me to wait on my other cousin. So she had somebody come up here with. I said, I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting because my cousin got to get her stuff in order. I'm just being honest. I know her situation. I know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Tragic incident that happened. I know it. But eventually, the life gonna keep going on, and I ain't gonna say stop grieving, but it ain't gonna wait for you. It's something you're just gonna have to deal with. And that's your life, man. I ain't trying to be rude or malice or anything like that or inconsiderate. It just, I done been through it now. So it make me work harder. You know what I'm saying? It don't stop me. It don't slow me down. It make me want to go harder and do it faster and quicker, even though I'm still being patient because I know it ain't on my time. But it make me want to go hard in everything I do and make it work. So I can get to my goal to help other people get to their goal. Mainly, I'm talking about my immediate family. That's what I'm saying. So once again, whatever you waiting on, you need to go ahead and move on it. Because the time ain't gonna get no better than now. I'm telling you. Now, if you got to do some more research or do something to get ready for it, that's different. That means you not ready. But if you ready and the opportunity come up or whatever you want to do, go ahead. You got my permission. I'm telling you right now, I ain't waiting on nobody. I'm not. I'm telling you right now, I'm not waiting on nobody. I done did that. And I done seen other folk do it. And they gone. And then the opportunity gone. So I'm not doing it. I don't know. I'm just talking right now. I don't told y'all I listen to Myron Gold. I ain't watched no video in a minute though, but I done watched a lot of his videos, and he done opened my brain up so much. Wall Street Trapper 2, Keenan Grace, Stock Up with Larry Jones, Stock Mo, and Stock Up with Josh, Stocks with Josh. I know they financially, but like Wall Street Trapper, Keenan Grace, and Myron Golden, especially Myron Golden, opened my brain up to like time is something you can't get back. So if you can't get back your time, and that's the most valuable thing you got, you gonna have to figure out how to buy back your time. So in order for you to have to buy back your time, you got to figure out how to get to that point to where you can spend more time so you can buy back that time to spend more time with your family and your loved one. Because that's what it really comes down to. That's what it really comes down to. Now, I'm going to tell y'all another thing, then I'm going to get into it. I know I'm talking. I'm just talking right now. Y'all listen, I appreciate you. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share, tell your friend about the Money Man you already know. Because you're going to get everything on this channel. I'm telling you right now, you're going to get it all. So, the whole point, I ain't going to lie. I ain't going to lie to you. Because I done heard it come out some people mouth. That's why I had to get up out of there. Because if you talking like this, you need to get up out and get away from me. Or you need to go change your mindset before you come back and talk to me. I was working at that job, and I had a book. I was reading Myron Golden book, Trash Man to Cash Man. And I said, I told the lady, she asked me what I was reading. I said, Trash Man to Cash Man, teaching me how to get rich. This lady said, I don't want to be rich. I want to be comfortable. I just did a fake laugh and walked off. I was like, get away from me. I ain't tell her that, but in my head I said, get away from me, because your mentality is not about to rub back on me. If I want something and you don't want something, don't tell me you don't want it. Just tell me I'm going to pray for you, or I hope you get it. Don't tell me you don't want to be rich and you want to be comfortable, and you sitting here, and we both sitting here working at a job that's physical, that you want to sit there and work. Ain't nothing wrong with sitting there working a job 30 years. I ain't saying ain't nothing wrong with that. But some people, because that's what I learned from Myron Golden too. I'm just talking right now. Everybody ain't meant to be rich. Everybody ain't meant to be wealthy. Because if everybody was, you wouldn't have people doing certain jobs, and then it wouldn't be the economy the way it is. Because, you know, America is based off poor and rich. You know, that's the balance between, it ain't no balance, but that's how America was built on. So if everybody got money, it wouldn't work. Basically, it wouldn't work. So you saying that, telling me you would just increase my chances. Somebody like that just increase my chances of getting to where I want to go. I wasn't trying to share it. That's what I'm telling you. I wasn't trying to share it. I was just reading the book. I ain't tell nobody nothing. She asked me. So I told her. That was it. Because that's what the book about. That's what the book about. I just told her what the book was about. That's it. But folk like that, no. Because I don't post on social media like what I'm doing. Like last week, y'all ain't even know where I was. Y'all ain't even know where I was. I just said I ain't in the regular studio. That's it. Because my background, like it is. So you ain't know where I was. And I still ain't going to tell you. All I'm going to say is go subscribe to a Savage and Terry and go see. That's all I'm going to say. Because we vlogged the whole thing. Wherever I was. So if you want to go see what Money Man was last week, go subscribe to a Savage and Terry. The link should, well, it won't be in the description. But a Savage and Terry, and then you can watch the full video. But yo, then my little spiel, and go ahead and get into this thing, because I really wasn't gonna try to be on here that long, but I had to say that. Because Colorado going through some stuff. I was gonna start talking about them when they started their spring. But like I said, I don't know if they're gonna practice tomorrow or Tuesday. So we just gonna have to wait and see. But the other thing, like y'all see the title in the thumbnail, anybody but Shedeur Sanders sweepstakes just took a turn for the worse. And I'm gonna tell y'all why it's worse. It took a turn for the worse. Now it's being reported, ain't nothing official, that Kyler Murray and Tua might get released. And with them getting released, I'm gonna explain in simple terms first, then I'm gonna show y'all. And Kyler Murray and Tua getting released from the Dolphins and the Cardinals, respectively. the Cardinals and the Dolphins willing to take the cap hit to get from underneath them two quarterbacks. And with that being said, they can go and sign a veteran minimum deal. This is what I had got wrong. I just learned this earlier today. I had got it wrong. These guys can go sign a veteran minimum deal with any team they want that offer them. And they still gonna get paid that money that they owe from the old team, Arizona and Dolphins, as long as they sign a veteran minimum deal with the new team. So, with that being said, if Tua and Kyler Murray get released, they probably in play for the Cleveland Browns. I hate to say it, but they probably in play. They ain't the only teams now. They ain't the only teams, because I'm going to tell you this. Kyler Murray and Tua probably going to want to go to a team that actually need a quarterback and got enough money for an extension. And I ain't talking about no veteran minimum extension. I'm talking about a big extension to where they can get back to that $200 million they was getting, or $150 million, whatever Tua was getting. But I know Kyler Murray had like $230 million or $250 million he got. So I'm just saying they could be in play. Now, if you start hearing that, there could be a possibility, but not trading for them. I don't think Cleveland would trade for any of these players. They would have to be released by their team and become free agents. Here it is right here. There is a potential scenario this offseason where up to 5 veteran quarterbacks with guaranteed money already in 2026 could be released. And as a result, the net contract with a new team could be for the minimum $1.3 million. Tua, $54 million guaranteed. Kyler Murray, $36.8 million guaranteed. Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields. In a league where a salary cap over $300 million, having a quarterback on a $1.3 million contract while building out the rest of the roster would be intriguing to some teams. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, you look at this quarterback carousel, only two of them gonna be a hot commodity. There's Tua and Kyler Murray, but like I said, they got to get released. Geno Smith, he ain't gonna be on nobody's radar until probably after the draft. And Kirk Cousins too, the same thing. Unless Atlanta want to swoop around and sign him on a veteran minimum deal, that's if he want to come back to Atlanta. And Justin Fields, he about out the league. I hate to say it, he's still a young player. Still, I like him. Still got potential, but he about out the league if he don't get another opportunity. And unless he do a Sam Darnold, he bounce around for a couple more years, and then whatever, it triggers. You know what I'm saying? But I think he got the short end and stick in in Chicago. I think he got the short end and stick in in Chicago. Dang, boy. He got the short end of the stick in Chicago, because what they did for Caleb Williams, they could have did for him as far as changing the head coach and the offensive line and changing that team in one offseason. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. That means they just didn't really want him, but you know, when you change the GM and the head coach, they gonna want they certain players in their system, and maybe Justin Fields just didn't fit that bill. But that's why I say they could be in play, because I ain't saying I'm just basing it off what Todd Monken and Andrew Berry said. But I know they gotta say the political thing, and the right thing is that they looking for a quarterback, internal and external. And they gonna look for the best option. Now, at this point in stage, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. At this point in stage, Tua and Kyler Murray better than Shedeur. That's just because it ain't like Shedeur been in the league like Malik Willis for 4 years. He going to his second year. He going into his second year. And out Todd Monken's mouth, he said Shedeur Sanders didn't start getting developed until he started playing. That came out the new head coach mouth that know football. So, with that being said, if Cleveland go that option with Kyler Murray or Tua, them the only two I would consider if I was Cleveland Browns, Andrew Berry, that's a big IF now. One of them wanted to come to Cleveland, which I don't think so. Because Cleveland Browns is a hard sell to a Tua and Kyler Murray that just made over $200 million from the previous team they own, and then come to Cleveland that ain't got no money. Ain't gonna be a little cap strap on how much they could do. Because they ain't gonna have no flexibility if they bring in one of them quarterbacks and try to sign him to a $100 million plus contract. They still ain't gonna have no flexibility. Because you still got Myles Garrett, then Denzel Ward, then eventually you're gonna have to pay Quinshawn, Shedeur if he's still on the team, and whoever else you draft this year. The offensive lineman, you know, you gotta think about all that. But the salary cap still would go up. But at the same time, I don't think they're gonna pick Cleveland. I think Kyler Murray or Tua, probably Kyler Murray will end up going to the Jets. I think the Jets will be in play for one of them quarterbacks because they got the most cap space. They sign them to a long-term deal eventually. And there's a couple other teams, the Vikings. I heard the Vikings might be in play. And Atlanta. Check Dirty Bird Savages. Y'all need to go subscribe right now because that video coming soon when I talk about the Falcons and these two quarterbacks. Because I really think they could potentially go, one of them could go to the Falcons. You know. But Cleveland, I don't think so. I don't think Cleveland in play for neither one of them just because of the organization. Just because it's Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like it's a go-to spot for free agents. You're gonna have to do a hard sell, you know, to get one of them quarterbacks over there in Cleveland, in the state. Unless they just ain't got no other choice. But I don't see it like that. I don't see it like that. Now, there's the Tua contract right here. So the most likely outcome for Tua appears to be a post-June 1st release. Miami is expected to exercise Tua $15 million option bonus, carry his $56.2 million cap hit into June, then take on dead caps of $55.4 million in 2026 and $43.8 million in 2027. $54 million of the record, $99.2 million of dead cap for Tua will come via guaranteed cash salary that contains offset language. This now entitles Tua to sign a free agent contract elsewhere at league minimum $1.2 million this season. Largest single season dead cap hits, Russell Wilson, all that right there, $53 million, Daniel Jones, $47, Matt Ryan, $40.5, Aaron Rodgers, $43, Tom Brady, $35.1. And now, this guy right here, he asked Gronk to explain it with that $15 million. The $15 million is Tua 2026 option bonus exercisable early in the league year, March. His $54 million 2026 comp is fully guaranteed, with $15 million of his base salary can convert to this option bonus. Exercising it turns $15 million base full 2026 cap hit into a bonus prorated over remaining years, $7.5 million hit each in 2026, 2027. This drops his 2026 cap number to $56 million versus $68 million. Then they designate post-June 1 release split in dead cap $55.4 million in 26 and $43.8 million in 27, saving $12 million of cap space in 2026 versus the other scenarios while still moving on. Then to break it down even simple, yes, the $15 million option bonus is paid directly to Tua a contract compensation by the Dolphins, then exercised likely in March. It's part of his $54 million guaranteed 2026 pay, converting $15 million from base salary to bonus for cap flexibility. He keeps the full amount even after post-June 1 release. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing, but basically Tua gonna end up getting paid for the 2026 and 2027 season, that $15 million, and still get that guaranteed money that was $54 million that he still owed. So yeah, he gonna get all that. So basically, you know, it's a number thing to where the GM, they do certain moves and it create more cap flexibility even after they done release the player. Coach, don't get me started on that. But the other news is now I don't know what these folk be on, man, but they talking about drafting Ty Simpson. Type you just said. I don't see why they would draft. Why would you spend the 6th overall pick on Ty Simpson? If you're gonna do that, that means you trading Shedeur and you cutting Deshaun Watson. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. And the main culprit is Mary Kay. She the one that put that mess out there. She was the first one I seen that put it out there. That the Browns were looking at Ty Simpson just based on what Todd Monken said. It ain't got nothing to do with Ty Simpson that good and all that. Cause it's what Todd Monken had said about Ty Simpson because he coached with his dad. That was it. And he knows his family. That's the only reason why they mentioned Ty Simpson. And now they done put Ty Simpson up in the top 12. I don't know how, and I don't know why, bro. But it baffles me how a player, I can't even say it straight. It baffles me how a player that plays only 1 year of starting college football at the respective school he was at for 4 years, he started 1 year, threw for 3,000 yards and some change and some touchdowns. Didn't lead his team to nothing. And gonna be a first round pick in the top 12. You know who I gotta compare it to. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders went to a 1-11 program, turned it around in 2 years, got the team to the Alamo Bowl with a 9-win season, threw for over 4,000 yards and almost 40 touchdowns, and fell to the 5th round. It baffles me how I know what it is because it's bigger than football. It's bigger than football. And it's a shame that we in 2026 and still going through the same Y'all know what rhyme with that. But that's just the reality, man. That's just the reality, man. And me, honestly, I don't like it. I don't like it for mainly Shedeur, the way he got treated, and then the situation he put in Cleveland after getting treated like that. It was a whole setup, and then you got these haters and these trolls, man. Like, I don't see how I don't get it, man. These people stay on the internet 24/7. The hate, like, how do you get that in your system or in your mind or just ingrained in you to hate something or to hate somebody? And I ain't never said nothing about race with any of these quarterbacks. For when I talk about the numbers and why he playing and why he ain't playing and why he failed. Because I told y'all Mendoza, I don't see nothing special. You know what I'm saying? Because I told you Indiana were the best team and he got the best defense and the team was good. That he just put them over the top a little bit. And it ain't because he did something miraculous. It just he didn't turn the ball over like that. And he played his role. Bro won the Heisman, won the national championship. It wasn't because of him. I'll tell you that. But we're gonna see when he get drafted number 1 overall. If he get drafted number 1 overall, because I done heard Clint Kubiak came out and said something that they like him, and we're gonna see where he goes. That don't sound, I know he gotta be play the politics too. But more than likely, he going number 1. Fernando Mendoza. But Ty Simpson right here. I ain't looking at the strength. But y'all see, he compared to Mac Jones. That's who they got to compare to. He played at Alabama. Obviously, they're gonna compare him to an Alabama quarterback. But the weaknesses on the 1 season of starting experience, that should be the biggest one. After you just told me that the reason why you like Dylan Gabriel and Tyler Show, that they stayed in college for so long and they played under all these different offensive coordinators. Now you telling me a quarterback with only 1 year of start experience, he gonna be in the first round. Makes no sense. Carries a below average build and dealt with nagging injuries in 2025, posted a 57% completion rate over his final 4 games. Safety took advantage of lazy eye discipline late in the season. Base can get jittery with under duress, leading to inconsistent ball placement, average arm talent with throws on the menu that should be ordered surprising sparingly. Wow. Inconsistent timing on deep throws, struggles layering the ball over linebackers and beating tight man with precision, needs better judgment on when to extend versus when to take profit, held the ball for too long, leading to unnecessary sacks. If he end up being a first-round pick with these right here, these last 3 specifically, you can even go 4 because they said Shedeur had a weak arm, hold on to the ball too long, taking unnecessary sacks, don't know when to get rid of the ball, don't know extending plays when he just need to get rid of it. See what I'm saying? Y'all see, y'all moving a little bit too fast. Y'all moving a little bit too fast. And then you got Fernando Mendoza. And if you was on Twitter, X, y'all need to go follow me over there on Brown Time Ops. I had posted this. I had posted Shedeur grades, and then I had posted Mendoza grade, and that his grade is higher than Cam Ward. And Cam Ward went number 1 overall last year. So Mendoza supposed to be going number 1 overall, and they got his grade higher than Cam Ward. And Shedeur grade went that much lower than Cam Ward. So I don't get it. They compare him to Joe Burrow. But look here. The weaknesses. This is what I had told y'all. Before the national championship, I told y'all he benefited from heavy RPO usage and receivers who were very good at winning contested catches. That's a big sign that he had a lot of help from the receivers and the run game. Mainly the run game. Won't harm defenses all that often with throws when he has to extend the play. Shedeur work best in off-schedule plays. That's what Todd Monken like. That's what a lot of coaches like. Below average pocket mobility, climb, slide, and reset launch points. He ain't really got no mobility. He can run, but he's not athletic enough to escape the pressure because he's not mobile in the pocket. Has a habit of looking for a side door exit when options are limited. Unable to escape pressure once he is in the pocket, like I just said. Average arm talent to make off-platform throws and rip window throws. Double A gap blitzes can speed him up and into misfires. Played stubbornly as a decision maker against Purdue. Now, they were doing that to Shedeur with them double A gap when they walked all them players up to the line, then they dropped them back. So, if Mendoza's struggling with that, and y'all want to blame Shedeur, like I gotta compare this to Shedeur because I'm a pro Shedeur. I'm not against Mendoza. I'm just trying to make it make sense. Mendoza to Burrow. That's who they said. Yeah, it is who you like. And they like the light skin more than the dog. Then y'all got y'all boy right here, Taylor Green. Now, I had posted this too. I said Taylor Green is about to be QB1 for the Browns. Boy, 6'6", 227, ran a 4.37, 4.36 with a 43.5 inch vertical and 11.2 broad jump as a quarterback. Everybody talking about he need to change his position. They ain't even got no comparison up here. But like Miss Robinson said, I think he got a strong arm. They say he like a younger. Well, I ain't gonna say younger because Anthony Richardson is still young, but they said he like a bigger, faster Anthony Richardson. So if that's the case, he might need to go 4th overall, or the Browns gonna draft him at 6. So it's like, I ain't saying he ain't good, and I ain't saying he can't play, but just make it make sense now. Make it make sense. I ain't saying he shouldn't be drafted high or not. I ain't saying that. I ain't really watch him at Arkansas. But I tell you this one thing, when I was on Twitter and I seen the SEC conference Twitter, they posted Taylor Green highlights. Every last one of them was a run play. I was like, where the pass plays at? He a quarterback. The SEC now, the conference, the Southeastern Conference Twitter, put out a clip of him after the combine, and it wasn't nothing but run plays. So I don't know if they should tell you something, or they just did the boy so wrong that they should have put the passing plays instead of the run plays, or at least him escaping sacks and then throwing the ball. But they put all run plays. They put all run plays. So now I think Taylor Green in play. Not saying he's gonna go high in the draft. I ain't saying that. But Cleveland got 10 picks. They got 10 picks. So I'm just gonna tell y'all right now. Don't be surprised if Cleveland draft a quarterback. Don't be surprised if they sign a vet quarterback. And the only vet I think they probably could get, just because he gonna have limited options, is Kirk Cousins. Now, I don't know why Todd Monken would want to do that, because he said he liked quarterbacks that's mobile. They got mobility. And he said Shedeur surprised them with how much mobility he actually has. Yeah, I know the Falcons be in on Tua. Like I said, go to Dirty Bird Savages and get ready for that video tomorrow when I talk about Tua and Kyler Murray coming to Atlanta. Dirty Bird Savages. But don't be surprised if they draft the quarterback. Now, I don't think they need to, because they still got that narrative from the Cleveland media that Deshaun Watson gonna play. Now, if you believe that, go right ahead. I ain't gonna stop you. You can be arguing with yourself, because that's ridiculous. That's waggish. Yeah, I'm working on my vocabulary. I'm been using these words. I'm using these words, and I'm gonna give me a couple more words, and I'm gonna start using them every live and video. So y'all get used to it, because we're gonna learn these words together. So basically, all these words means foolish, stupid, and ridiculous. That's the simplest way to put it, but I'm trying to change up my vocabulary. So it's just chucklesome. It's rib tickling that the Cleveland media think that Deshaun Watson gonna return to his 2020 form when he's 6 years older. The man ain't played past 7 games since he put on the Browns jersey. And you want him to come in and start over your franchise quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, with all the potential in the world? You need to develop him, because you are not re-signing Deshaun after this year. And you still owe that man $90 million. This is not the same situation as Kyler Murray and Tua being released, and they gotta sign a veteran minimum to keep their money. No, Deshaun Watson got the current contract he owned restructured to clear up more cap space, which Andrew Berry probably gonna have to do again this year to create more cap space. So they're gonna keep paying. They're gonna probably end up paying Deshaun Watson up until 2032 at the most, or at the least, whichever one you want to use. So wasting a year playing Deshaun Watson is ridiculous when you could be developing Shedeur and actually see what he made of, because you're gonna build a draft and hit free agency around Shedeur. Andrew Berry said it out his own mouth. Now, I heard G. Bush said it. I don't remember exactly. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't remember exactly where exactly Andrew Berry. I had to watch the clip again. Some of y'all might know. Did he say they 1 year away from being aggressive in free agency, or they gonna be aggressive in the draft and still do something in free agency? I gotta watch the whole clip again. He said they didn't have on me. It don't make sense, Ty. Yeah, nothing ain't gonna prove they ain't got no O-line. Nothing. Not even the Jag. My thing is they need to draft Caleb Downs with the 6th overall pick, and then the rest of it could be offense. That's if Caleb Downs still there. That's just my opinion. That's who I think the Browns should draft. I think they should go all the way off the board and draft defense again, first with the 6th pick, and worry about the receivers and offensive linemen. Because actually, I'm thinking this draft is becoming deep with offensive linemen. So I think the Browns could actually find some good quality picks if that team Andrew Berry had last year is using the same formulas and whatever else they doing to analyze these players like they did last year. I think they can find some gems in the later rounds with the offensive lineman. Not saying that I want at the 24th pick, I wouldn't go offensive lineman, because also I think these receivers is pretty deep too. After watching the combine, I know it ain't nothing but, t-shirts and shorts, but some of these guys got the speed, and with no pressure, they can catch. But I ain't saying I ain't sold on Cardinal Tate. I just like Caleb Downs way better. Savage. Ain't nobody ask you, bro. All I'm saying is I like Caleb Downs for the Browns, and it rhymes, and it's always on time. But that's what I want to pick. But in actuality, thinking with my brain, they going receiver. If Cardinal Tate still there, they taking him. They taking him or Jordan Tyson at 6. If they don't take neither one of them, or one of them is gone, more Tate than Jordan. If Tate already off the board, they might pivot and go offensive line. But I do think, thinking with my brain, that the Browns gonna draft receiver or O-line at 6. I'm leaning more receiver at 6, more than offensive lineman, because like I said, I think this offensive line class a little deep. But I'll tell you one thing: if they don't get Caleb Downs, they might need to go get that safety out of Oregon. I forgot what the name was, but I think they might need to go get that safety out of Oregon or South Carolina. One on if they don't get Caleb Downs. But I'll take Caleb Downs though. But like I said, I think it's a little deep. I think they draft a little deep with the other position, and then another player on the defensive side that I definitely would use one of them picks is if I can get that linebacker Jacob Rodriguez, or the sleeper pick would be Harold Perkins from LSU. That would be my sleeper pick to get the scoop dude up, maybe in the 4th round, Because I think he might fall that far. Maybe in the 4th round, I think they could pick him up and pair him if they don't re-sign Devin Bush. I think they can pick him up and pair him with Carson Schwarzenegger, and both of them would be dogs. That's just me thinking defensively, but they might end up using all the picks on offense. That's what I'm saying. Nichols. I think now Adam Schefter had put out that a lot of these coaches had they clocked Cornell Tate at a 4.4. And I'm like, if they clocked him at a 4.4 and the NFL got him at a 4.5, that means all these times wrong. Cause I'm like, all these boys were running 4.2s and 4.3s. Like I ain't never seen them many players run 4.3. Like it was a lot of players running 4.3 and lower 4.4s. Here it is right here. Ohio State, Cornell Tate, a potential top 10 pick, was timed by several NFL execs and GMs on Saturday with a 40 time in the range of 4.45 and 4.47. Although combine registers official time, teams also always conduct their own timing, and those measurements with some teams were lower than his clock 4.52. So all the time wrong. That's what you telling me. That's what I'm saying. I don't say the running 4.3 is crazy. The fast that I ran was a low 4.6. And that was, I ain't gonna be honest with y'all, that was with a pulled hamstring. I had a pulled hamstring. I had went to the trial a week before. Should have had no business going to that. Because it was a waste of time and a fundraiser. And the one that I really should have just focused on was the one at my old high school where I was training at. And I sold out. I did my best, man. I ran a low 4.6, and I probably would have ran a 4.5. That would have been my fastest time ever. Because I had been working on my 40. You know, it ain't like I ain't had no trainer or nothing, you know. I ain't had no money for all that. I was doing everything on my own, you know. 2020 hindsight, probably would have invested a little more into it. But you know, that wasn't what I was here for. And I understand that. But it is what it is. Well, at least I tried. That's all I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. I ain't Cornell Tate. They're fast to me. Look, as long as you catch that ball, because that what matter. Like Andrew Berry said, I don't care how you get open and catch it, as long as you do it. I don't care how you get open and catch that ball, as long as you do it. A fast 40 do not mean you can play football. I'm just being honest. That does not mean you can play football, because you can run in a straight line fast does not mean you can play football. But the NFL, that's what they believe. That's what they believe, because 90% of the game is mental. Only 10% physical, because I done seen some players that ain't that fast, ain't that big, but making plays all over the field because they smart. And they know how to play the game. Because football ain't nothing but a game of angles. A game of angles. Now, I ain't gonna lie. If you run a 4.2, a 4.3, and you running straight down the field, and I'm running at the angle to catch you at the pylon at the end of the 100 yards, you might get there. You might get there. But you know what I'm saying? In actuality, you not running a whole 100 yards straight on a football field with 21 other players, including your own, 21 other players on the field. You're not running in a straight line. So if you come through that hole and I'm in that hole about to hit you, you better hold on to that ball tight. That's all I'm gonna tell you, because I'm coming to knock you out. And I bet you ain't gonna run no 4.2 after I hit you. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, it don't mean you can play football. And if you don't believe me, go Google me and look at my tape. The film is on YouTube. I ain't got to lie.
Will call in and say, want to see what Shedeur Sanders can do next year. With the Shedeur thing, what I was really hearing and sensing in Indianapolis is that the Browns are viewing this differently than where the fans are viewing this. Like, the fans continue to say, and we hear it on the phones ad nauseum every single day here on the Fan, where people will call in and say, want to see what Shedeur Sanders can do next year. The Browns aren't viewing it that way. The Browns don't think that, A, they have the luxury of sitting back to seeing what he can do next year. Because if he's good, okay, that's great, but that's a big if. There's also a world where he's not good and he's bad. And if he's bad and you lose a lot of games because he's taking 20-yard sacks and throwing the wildest interceptions that you've ever seen, that's when the full rebuild gets going. So they want to add more to the mix. Like, I believe Monken when he says that he's excited to coach Shedeur. I think that's genuine. I think that's authentic. I think Monken genuinely believes that he could continue to develop Shedeur Sanders, but I'm just telling you guys what I heard from people in the league of how Shedeur is viewed. I'll give you the direct quote, was that, yes, I was correct. He is wildly fun, but that is probably where it caps. It caps at wildly fun.
First of all, bro, you a lie. Like you and Robbins are saying, they all with this anonymous. You probably talk to one person. If you talk to all 32 teams and they said the same thing, okay. But if you talk to one person, that don't mean the league. It's all opinionated anyway. It's all opinionated. You already got an opinion about somebody before you even met them. If you see how they act and respond to other things, and then you already got an assumption and an opinion based upon until you actually meet that person and spend time with them and be around them. That's just human nature. That's just human nature. But for him to say that what the league think, no. That's probably what a GM think. But the coaches and players are voted Shedeur in for the Pro Bowl. That's what the league think. So I'm confused. Is the player and coaches vote don't count in the Pro Bowl? Like, everybody forget that that's part of the voting of the Pro Bowl, that your peers and coaches in the NFL have to vote the player in. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Like, when they're talking about,
they really are prepared to give Deshaun a chance at this thing this year.
Like, I
like,
think,
that's not smoke. That's
that's dude, absent of better options, you're sure right, it's legit. Like, they right now have a quarterback room comprised of Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders, and Dylan Gabriel. Like, when they're talking about having a competition, it's like, yeah, we could have to have a competition because the three dudes that we have in this room, none of them are really that good. We got to figure out collectively together with our fans and with everybody else in the world watching which one of these guys could potentially get a job done. And I think the Browns are somewhat of like a desirable QB landing spot because of how open it is. If you're somebody that's out there like an Anthony Richardson, okay, I could come to the Browns and I'm already on the depth chart higher than Dylan Gabriel. You know, I've already, even though I've had my own injury issues, I'm 23 years old, healthier than Deshaun Watson. You know, I think that's the reason why Drew Aller spent 3/4 of his media availability talking about the Cleveland Browns. Very similar to Shedeur Sanders last year. I think he sees the Browns as an avenue where he could get on the field and play earlier than what might be the reality for him in some other environments. So I think from that lens, like, the Browns would be a spot where QBs would want to go.
Man, this is foolery. This is foolery, man. The Browns ain't got no quarterback. Deshaun Watson was hurt and still is continually be hurt. Why wouldn't you want to come to the Browns as a rookie quarterback to make your name because you wanted to play? There's like a kid getting recruited to a college and he go to the school he want to go to, and he want to play. He go to the team that ain't got no quarterback. That's why players leave or decommit before they sign. Because that school might sign another player in their same position and they feel like they ain't going to get to play. So I'm going to go to another school. Why wouldn't I go to a team where I feel like I can play? That makes sense. Now, once again, it's a draft. So the Ravens and the Eagles could have still drafted Shedeur. I don't care what he said. Don't draft me. I don't want to play over there. Okay, cool. We still going to draft you. Because this is an NFL draft. Your name in the pool, we can draft whoever we want. That's what they could have said. But they didn't. Because I already told you my spiel on that, the collateral collusion. Go watch that video from months ago. Almost over a year ago. And then I'm saying, I don't get this notion of Anthony Richardson and whatever other quarterback they dreaming up to come play over here. If Shedeur didn't get developed, how can you tell me you seen he's sorry? He ain't got no potential when he wasn't even taught or developed the right way. And this came out the new head coach mouth. It ain't no hearsay. It ain't no speculation. It's another NFL coach that was on the other sideline that seen Shedeur was not getting developed and came to here to be the head coach to develop Shedeur. And you telling me Shedeur is trash? Like he done played in the league 4 years and asking for $30 million. And you telling me he trash? He just came out his rookie year. Everybody else that's a rookie get a pass for being a rookie. But Shedeur Sanders. He is judged like a first-round pick, the first overall pick, and judged like he had the first team reps in training camp all summer. Like he started week 1. Like he wasn't fourth string on the depth chart. He was first. He just so happened to sit on the bench the first couple games. Oh, now he's going to come in to play. And we expect him in one half to play lights out because everybody done hyped him up. When actuality, he ain't had no development. So you want the man to create miracles like he Jesus. And if he don't, you throwing rocks at him. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense how they judging him, man. Based off 7 games when the other rookies had way more. One of them even had a 33-yard passing game. Did you hear about that? If you a fan, you heard about it. If you're a fan of football, you heard about it. But if you a hater in the troll, you ain't know about that because you so focused on hating on Shedeur that you ain't even see Jackson Dart pass for 33 yards in a game. And he a first-round quarterback. Shedeur ain't throw for 33 yards, never. He the only quarterback beside Tyler Show that did it later on in the year. They throw for 300 yards, but ain't no other quarterback throw for over 350 as a rookie. Oh, he was going to get in the worst defense. Man, they in the NFL. They is grown men on the other side get paid just like the other grown men. He beat them and outplayed Cam Ward. And the only reason why they lost that game is because Kevin Stefanski and their defense, Jim Schwartz defense, let Cam Ward walk down that field the first 2 drives and spot 14 points on the board before Shedeur even threw a pass. Make no sense. They don't never speak on it. But the haters, like I'm telling you, these haters in my comments on Twitter, man, Dude said the only two good quarterback was Show and Dart. I said 33 yards good. 33 passing yards is good. Now, I'm going to be honest. I expect both of them to be better in their second season because they got teams and coaches that believe in them. They not having a quarterback competition. Cam Ward neither. So you tell me who gonna have the edge, at least in the beginning, unless Todd Monken, they believe in Shedeur and they actually develop in the right way, and they don't draft a quarterback or they don't sign a quarterback and they believe in Shedeur, it's gonna be an even match. And I bet you Shedeur gonna be better than all of them. But they're gonna continue to do it. And all I'm trying to do is create a little controversy. I'm gonna tell y'all true. On Twitter, all I'm doing is creating a little controversy so I can get my 5 million impressions. That's what I need. I need 500 followers and 5 million impressions. So if you ain't following me on Twitch, or not Twitch, Twitter, X, whatever word you want to call it, Browntown Ops 21 and at Moneyman, go follow me on Twitter right now. Cause I need 500 followers. Yo, time will tell. That'll be for to play him again, but it'll be better. Yup. And the last thing I want to say, let's play this clip first.
The Malik Willis talk, I don't think is going to go away. I don't think the Malik Willis talk, I don't think is going to go away.
Wrong one.
I think it's all smoke and mirrors.
With the Shedeur thing, what I was really hearing and
They don't want me to play it.
I think it's all smoke and mirrors. I think Shedeur Sanders is going to be the quarterback for 2026. To me, it just doesn't make any other sense to do anything outside of that because of the simple fact that, one, Todd likes him. Two, if you're telling me you're going to get Malik Willis, I mean, to me, I just don't understand the big difference between the two. You know, both guys were projected to be first-round picks. Both guys fell in the draft. Both guys came in and struggled their first year, Malik Willis' first couple of years until he got with Matt LaFleur in Green Bay. And now you're going to trust the guy that's only played 6 games. Like, to me, you might as well, you got that here. you got that potentially here. So to me, I just don't understand why that one just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I get, talking to Zach Jackson, I understand what he's saying about, they should at least have a seat because it's not going to be many suitors for Malik Willis, and you can actually have a realistic chance of trying to get a Malik Willis. But to me, I mean, if you think he's truly an upgrade and you think he's the answer to your quarterback thing and you think that Matt LaFleur has done a wonderful job developing him, absolutely, go after him. Do that. But to me, I feel like that's rolling the dice because you don't know. You don't know how he's going to be in Todd Monken's offense. I just think that you pretty much got the same thing here with Shedeur Sanders right now, to me. And if Shedeur does good, you got a guy that you can build around. If he does bad, then you'll probably end up somewhere top 5 in the draft, and you'll be able to get a guy next year. So to me, I just think Shedeur Sanders would be the answer to this season. I think it's all smoke and mirrors. I think Shedeur Sanders.
Here's all smoke and mirror because they don't know what they talking about. Cleveland media don't know what they talking about. Now, like I said, I told y'all before, the Cleveland Brown, Andrew Berry, Jimmy Haslam, Todd Monken, they ain't gonna tell they moves. They ain't gonna tell what they actually doing. So until it come out officially, we ain't gonna know because everything else just speculation. Everything else just speculation, man. And the Cleveland media, they the biggest spectacles. They got the biggest spectacles in imagination I done seen anybody have. It's asinine what they be coming up with. These statements, these articles, these narratives, this quarterback, that quarterback. You get a chance. You get a chance. You get a chance. Until it come out officially on the Browns Twitter or website, or Andrew Berry, Jimmy Haslam, or Todd Monken come out and say it, I ain't believing nothing, bro. I ain't believing nothing they saying. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: the Browns need to do, which I think they might do, is they need to, if they ain't already did it, they need to go insure some more of that Deshaun Watson money, if they can, because they done did it the last 2 years. Ain't nobody talking about them having insurance on Deshaun Watson and getting some of that money back. They got $58 million back last year because he didn't play. He did not play. Listen to what I said. Deshaun Watson did not play, and Cleveland Browns got $58 million back. So what is the best thing for Cleveland to do again in the last year of this contract? And you still owe this man $90 million or maybe even more, because you probably got to restructure the contract again to get cap space. So I'm going to take out another insurance policy on this money and sit him, make him third string, and sit him so I can get even more money back. That's the most logical thing. But you ain't going to hear that from the Cleveland media. You ain't gonna hear them talk about that. You're not about to hear them talk about that. I don't even want to play that clip. But yeah, that's all I got. Your boy finally back. We in the original studio. Still working on my background. So yeah, with your room dirty, I gotta clean it up. Clothes everywhere. But we back. So y'all get ready for these videos, these 20-minute long videos again. That I guess y'all like them. Because when I was posting them videos, my view duration was going up, but my views ain't going up. I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't know where wrong, man. I don't know where wrong. I be looking at some of these other folk channels, they getting way more views than me. And I know the YouTube algorithm done changed up though. That's for YouTube talk. I know y'all ain't, unless you got a channel, you ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. But just know something ain't going right on my channel. So that's why I had to, I kind of figured it was gonna happen. That's why I started diversifying when I did with all these other channels. That's why I need y'all to go subscribe over there so y'all can support like that too. And I wanted to talk about some different topics anyway, not just put all my eggs in this basket on this channel right here, because this channel I've been through a lot. And I think they got something to do with it too. But I ain't got no definite proof, and I probably won't get a definitive answer from YouTube because they ain't gonna tell me. But hey, they probably is, but I ain't spending no money on them. I ain't spending no money buying no views. I'm telling you that now. I need all that check I can get. I can't be wasting it trying to buy some views just to get that look like I'm getting views. If it ain't calculating the dollar signs, I ain't doing it. But yeah, they taking my stuff, stole prime equity. Yeah, I ain't gonna say I supposed to, because it happened the way it was gonna happen. Whatever. But I was just looking at, back then when I told y'all to report it, I was just looking at them views, man, looking at all that money I was missing. But it is what it is. I don't get it all back on the back end, because I'm still grinding, and I got more. I got more coming, and it's only so much of the creativity you can steal, because I came back and hit them with a #1 song right after they stole it. So, but yeah, and I got the renewed gospel album coming out. I'm gonna push it back to April. I was thinking about releasing it this month, but I said no, I'm gonna take my time so I can promote it. So I'm gonna get that album cover. I know I had been said it, but I ain't working on it last week, so I'm gonna work on it this week. I should have it ready by the end of the week, and then we're gonna show it to y'all. And so y'all need to go subscribe, sub the renewed gospel. I'm gonna upload some more songs over there. I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna upload some more songs. I'm probably gonna drop this banger over here that I got that I be playing before, and I'm about to play it after I'm probably gonna throw that banger up there because y'all seem to like that, and I like it. I love it. I love it. That's why I ain't want to release it yet, but I think I might have to go ahead and release it. I ain't got no live schedule, coach. I ain't even gonna lie to you. My schedule all over the place. I know they're probably inconsistent and don't work for a lot of people, but I gotta do it work for me. That's all I'm saying. But you can always watch the replay. And because I might go live in the morning, 12:30, depending on what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I'm still living my life too. I ain't saying I ain't focused on this, but I got some stuff I gotta do too, you know, away from here. So I gotta do it when I can do it. Just like y'all, I know everybody got a job and work. So that's why I said you can just watch the replay, or just turn the notification on, and then you'll see when I go live or upload a video. But I'm probably gonna end up uploading more videos since I'm back. So I ain't gonna be going live too much. I ain't gonna be going live too much anyway. But if I do go live, then y'all will know. But like I said, I appreciate y'all for coming. Hit that like button. Subscribe and share and tell your friend about that money, man. You already know what it is. Oh, Miss somebody. I bet now. Where he probably, not necessarily. He just a second-year player. That's what they'll say. A vet, I guess you could say like 5 years in the league, 5, 6 years. You done been around the block. You on your second contract. They're really a vet. You know, when you get that second contract, you done made it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of players don't make it to their second contract in the NFL. So when you make that to that second contract, you probably a vet. So 3 more years from now, when Cleveland Browns in their new stadium and Shedeur Sanders sign that contract with prime equity in it, and then he'll be a vet. But I appreciate y'all for coming. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share, tell your friend about that money, man. You already know. Y'all already know what time it is.